So yeah, I'm being prompted to hop in front of this joint. Um, I don't know if it's gonna stay or not, whatever. But it is what it is. Um, that always happens. Like I'm told to turn on the camera, and I forget what the fuck I'm gonna talk about. Capacity, capacity. Um, I got a lot going on. Um, I don't know if other people are prompted to their gifts. This is gonna find who it needs to find. It's gonna resonate who it needs to resonate with. But I gotta realize that there are different types of capacity, right? This was a chaotic, first of all, it's been a chaotic month, right? This is more than my nervous system is usually able to handle, you know what I'm saying? And I felt myself in burnout again, right? Now, usually I'm the type that keep working until God puts me on my ass, right? But we decided that 2026 we're not doing that no more, right? And understanding when you've reached your peak before you burn out, right? And I know when my mental health is not right, I tend to, once again, dealing with these wounds, I understand when I'm irritable, I understand when I'm upset, and when my mental health ain't right, bro, I swing first, ask questions later. That's how I am. I know how I am. That's why I need to take time to literally cleanse my head. I need to take time to cleanse my energy. Lately, as an empath, lately as an alchemist, I've been collecting everybody's energy like Pokemon balls, and it's too much. It's too much. Like, I think this is the first time I've ever experienced even energetic burnout. And when I say that, I've reached my energetic capacity, right? Granted, I've always been the type to have like a social battery. Once that joint is depleted, I need like 2-3 days to recharge, right? But then I'm also realizing that it's not even talking to physical people. It's not a physical battery. It's spiritual too. I've taken on so much energy these last couple days, bro. It's not even funny. Like the other day, like literally yesterday, somebody had given me a call, and I knew right off the bat I couldn't take any phone calls. I didn't have the capacity to take on any phone calls. This person kept calling, so I answered the phone. And it's kind of funny. Well, it's not funny, but spiritually after, like, I went back and like really dissected what the person was saying, like, I found myself getting irritated. First of all, I wasn't even in the environment to answer the phone call. I really wasn't. I was overwhelmed. I was overstimulated. I shouldn't have answered that phone call to begin with. Point blank period. And they kept calling, so I was like, fuck, let me answer this shit. So I answered it. I'm flustered. I'm driving. Just found out my brother had COVID. It was just a lot going on, bro. And I'm trying to get over and pull over because, like I said, I'm not in the right mindset to be on the phone. So I answer the phone, and the person is pretty much like, yeah, I ain't seen you in the office. We miss your energy, woody woody woo. He was just kind of like, I can't understand what you're going through, but don't give up. But it was just like, at the same time, I guess in his head, he was trying to give me a prep talk, and I was not in the capacity to, I was just mad yesterday. Like, I wasn't in the capacity to accept what it was he was saying. I wasn't in the capacity to really internalize anything he was saying, right? Because like I said, I wasn't in the right mind frame. And when I know when I'm not in those mind frames, I don't answer the phone. I don't text, because I feel like people deserve, if they're going to reach out to me and they're going to want or need or talk to me, they deserve to have a part of me that's not flustered, that's not irritated. They deserve to have, you know, what it is that I want to project out there as, I guess, my full capacity self, if that makes sense. So ultimately, I felt myself kind of getting short with this person. Like, I was getting irritated on the phone. I was like, look, I hear what you saying, bro, but like right now, mentally, I gotta get myself together. And not everybody understands that. Not everybody, he kept talking about, yeah, you know, I've suffered from PTSD. Like, I understand. He was trying to, I get where he was coming from. Like, yeah, he experienced some shit, but ultimately, it felt like he ended up trauma dumping. And he wasn't trying to, but like, that's just how my body internalizes shit. When somebody starts speaking about their past, in a sense, from my body, like my nervous system, it's like, damn, he's venting. We got to create space for him, right? And that's how my mind took it. But then it was like my different, I say different personalities, but something in me was getting irritated. It was like, bro, you need to fucking rest. You haven't rested. You've been going nonstop. Fuck what anybody got to say. You need some rest, bro, like straight up. And I had like this sense of irritation, like, hey, bro, like you, like it was almost like my ancestors were coming through, like, bro, let her rest. And he just kept kind of pounding, hey, you coming to the office tonight? You coming to the office tonight? And I'm like, hey, bro, if I make it out there, I make it out there. That's the plan. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, you know what I'm saying? We could plan all day, but it's not until you execute. And I was like, all right, bro. Like, I felt myself getting mad. You know what I mean? And it was like, it wasn't even him. And then when I went back to like really like figure out why I got irritated, I'm over here like I kept asking myself, yo, like spirit, like why did I just get mad? He was just trying to give me some motivation to get back in the office. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, yeah, when my mental health down is down, it takes me a while to rebuild back up. That's the way my mind works. Is not like the average person. It's not. There's levels to this shit, bro. Like when I'm down for multiple reasons. It's not just my brain, it's not just the mindset, it's my nervous system as well. It's my energetic field as well. Energetically, if I'm susceptible to all these energies, bro, I'm a ticking time bomb. I am. You piss me off, bro. I swing first, ask questions later. And anger is the first emotion. When I am overwhelmed, when I'm overstimulated, anger is the first emotion. It's nothing else, it's anger. It's either anger or I shut down. I shut down to avoid getting angry, if that makes sense, right? So when I feel myself getting irritable, I gotta take myself out of the equation. Point blank, period. And it's crazy because it's like I'm over here, I'm dissecting all this. I'm like, yo, like I didn't even mean to get mad with the man, like, but like he could hear that I was irritated, and he was just like, yeah, you know, if I do something, that's the point. I'm glad I'm irritating you, because you know what I'm saying. It's driving something, but it was like the irritation was deeper than surface level. It almost seemed like the irritation was ancestral, and when I say that, it was just like my ancestors. I just felt them like, yo, let her rest. Like it was. I'm not saying like fighting the devil or whatever, but it was just like, yo, you need to rest. The office will still be there. The job will still be there. It's not going nowhere. You need to rest. You are physically, emotionally, psychologically, all the above. You are exhausted in every sense of the word. And unfortunately, this matrix, even if you are an entrepreneur, even if you do work, the matrix is programmed to get you to work until you die, literally. And it's kind of crazy because going back to the conversation, like he's making all these good points, but I'm not in the energy to receive it, right? He's making all these good points. He's like, yeah, if you had $250,000 in your account right now, would it change your current circumstances? I mean, yes and no. Life's still gonna go on. What's happening in life now, I mean, yeah, it would help me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, I pay a couple pills, take care of some shit, invest some money to the side. Yeah, I'm good. But the problems that I'm dealing with, my mama's still being sick, that ain't gonna save shit. You know what I'm saying? The baby's calling me crying and hurting, that ain't gonna save shit. Like, there are some things that money can't fix. And it's just like, I get everybody's trying to help me find my drive, but it's like, I know what my drive is. My drive is my purpose. That's what I'm saying. Insurance, I'm grateful I got the license because I can educate people now. But that is not the long-term game. I'm not crazy about the recruits. I'm not crazy about building the business. Yeah, I'm already building an ecosystem. Like, I'm just trying to figure out how to add this into the business that I'm already creating. And maybe this was just a video for myself to kind of put on the table what it is that I'm trying to get through in this time and place. And I gotta understand that people aren't gonna realize that they weren't blessed with the gift that you were blessed with. I mean, everybody has their reasonings on why they do certain shit. But long story short, I went so far off tangent with that. Long story short, as this man was trying to give me some uplifting advice, I took offense to it in a sense. And I wouldn't even say offense, but like I said, I got irritable, I got irritated. And I was just like, it felt like my spirit was irritated. It wasn't necessarily surface level. You know what I mean? And it's like he was just giving his point of view, but it was just kind of like, damn. And then I sat back and looked at it from a different perspective. I was like, damn, even in your absence, you are missed. Like your presence carries that much authority that when you're not there for 1 or 2 days, people are like, yo, where's she at? Where's she at? It's like the world stops. And it's just like, damn. So I've created that value within myself. I know spiritually I'm a giant. But realizing that my aura does take up that much space, like, yo, you one of them, you hurt. You know what I'm saying? And when I looked at it from that perspective, I was like, damn, okay, I shouldn't have even gotten mad. I shouldn't have even gotten irritated. He was just saying, yo, we miss your presence. And he just had a funny way of saying that. You know what I mean? And it was just like, I felt so shitty after that. I was like, damn, like, I shouldn't have kirked the way I did. Like, I shouldn't have even. And a part of me was like, yo, you probably shouldn't have even answered the phone. Like, I'm working on it. That emotional, I'm not even gonna say it's emotional intelligence, but that emotional awareness. Like, bro, you tripping. Like, for real. But it's because I'm in this state where I need to rest. I'm in this state where my nervous system is overwhelmed. I'm in this state where I am overstimulated. And unfortunately, that is a result of that, and that's why I pull back the way I do. So I am gonna have to apologize to that man when I see him in person. But like, I felt like I was being pressured to do something, and my spirit was irritated. And that's the first time in a long time that my spirit has ever felt like that. So I didn't even know how to take that shit for real. I didn't. So like, after I'm breaking this shit down, I was just like, damn, like, we really gotta work on this shit, bro. And so I get home, and yo, like, I asked chat, because there's gotta be a better way for me to figure this out. Being introverted and in sales it's not a good mix. It's not, because you gotta be able to talk to people. You gotta be able to go out and get the numbers and prospect and whatever they say do, right? There's a script you gotta follow. First of all, I'm an Aquarius. We don't follow no scripts. We don't follow shit. We're very rebellious, and if I feel like you're forcing me to do something, my mind is gonna be like, nah, we're not doing this. And I hate that to an extent, but at the same time, it's very valuable in my purpose, right? Because I'm supposed to be this revolutionary, right? God's got me. I see myself in rooms that not only am I making let me choose my words wisely. It's bigger than me. I am literally saving the next generation by providing resources that are not, how do I put this? Yeah, my fucking mission statement, providing resources, solutions, and opportunities for families and individuals to grow generational wealth, right? This shit is bigger than me, bro. And I keep saying that shit. Like, and I know God is trusting me. He's teaching me how to be a steward of the things that I have right now in this time. And I realize that everything is for a season and a reason. No, insurance is not the long-term game. No, legal services are not the long-term game. But they are going to help the next generation. They are going to help this generation of young men and women. My boy Scooby got pulled over by federal agents the other night, right? And they were just harassing him. Nigga make money. He works. Well, I'm not gonna put his money out, his business out there, but he works for a reputable company that, you know, they service all of Maryland, DC, and Virginia. Or, well, technically it's only PG, but they service our community. Without them, we wouldn't have any running water. This man works his ass off, bro, day in and day out. I respect his hustle, because ain't no way, bro. 24-hour days? I ain't fuck that shit, bro. So I respect his hustle. He saved, he stacked, he did what he had to do to provide for his family. He bought himself a brand new car. right off the lot. They harassing him because he's a young black man. And the way that my heart went out to him, bro, and like I said, if he didn't understand the law, if he didn't have people in his place, if he didn't know the knowledge that he knew, that situation could have went so much worse. But he was a smart black man, bro. And it's just like, damn, like, what if, I'm not saying what if, but there are so many other young black men and women who are probably sitting in jail right now for something they didn't do because they didn't know how to advocate for themselves, bro. They didn't. So right now, my lead, my perspective, my main focus is how do I save the youth and protect them, bro? That is my main concern. Yes, I've learned an avenue to help people grow generational wealth. I found the key to generational wealth. Great. Put a pin in that for a second. I'm still learning. I'm still growing with that, but put a pin in it for a second. I gotta save these babies, bro. That is a part of my mission. That is a part of my purpose, bro. Providing them resources so they can stay protected. There are probably, because the way that they arrested him, he had all of his paperwork, bro. They still took his ass down to the station and tried to book him. He had everything they asked for, he had. He responded respectfully. He asked questions. He inquired to why he was being pulled over. He knew all the right questions to ask and still ended up in that police station. He did everything right. Now, granted, he has his lawyers. He has the people that he needs to contact. He's cool. He's good. But to all the young men and women who do not have access to a lawyer on speed dial or do not have any type of knowledge of the law, bro, learn the law, please. Whatever jurisdiction you are in, please learn the law, please. And if you don't know, hey, tap in with me. I'll get you hooked up with Legal Shield, bro, where for a small monthly payment, bro, you're protected. All you gotta do is pay the monthly fee. As much as you probably spend in fast food or you probably spend on a subscription, bro, get you Legal Shield, bro. It will protect you. They have lawyers and attorneys on deck. All you gotta do is hit a button or make a phone call, bro. They got you. They'll tell you the advice that's needed. They'll write you letters. They'll take care of you, bro. This past weekend, I had the opportunity to meet one of the attorneys that we work with, and he was just telling us how, because of this app, people have access to different types of attorneys, different types of lawyers, and specified to their cases. They can get you set up with somebody who can help you directly, bro. And I am so blessed that I've come across this opportunity because this is my passion. This is my purpose. It's not insurance. Granted, yes, that is the key to generational wealth. Okay, boom, we figured out generational wealth. Now let's figure out how to save these kids, bro. Let's figure out how to save these young men and women because ain't nobody else doing it. I realize in the Legal Shield business, a lot of the people that are in there are older than me. They're well in their 50s because they realize how important it is to have legal services at your fingertips, bro. And it's with anything. You don't realize how convenient it is to have an attorney or a lawyer or a law firm represent you. It's powerful. Like the letters. Let's just say you in some situation with your landlord, tenant, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got the power of a law firm talking about, hey, we about to take action. People start moving different. You know what I'm saying? Companies get scared. Oh, damn, you about to bring a suit on us. That's crazy. Yo, let's, never mind. You ain't got to get that far. Let's settle. Let's figure out what's going on. People talk to you different. People, you know what I'm saying? Businesses act different. To my young men and young women, you all need access to legal services that I can provide. Please, don't wait until it's too late. Get it now so that way you have it. So that way if you do get caught up in the jam, all you got to do is hit one button or make a phone call and it could potentially save your life. This society is getting crazy and we let this shit happen. 19 Keys said it the other day, bro. Like, not saying that it's time for a revolution, but we got to get ready, man. ICE is going from door to door, dragging people out of their homes. We saw it in Chicago. It don't matter if you black, brown, white. It don't give. They don't give a fuck. This is literally like, bro. I'm not saying that history repeats itself, but this is looking a lot like Germany, if you know what I'm talking about, bro. Protect yourself, know the law. So they and it pisses them off even more, bro. When they know you intelligent and they can't stop you, so they find any reason to. Get you a lawyer. Get you a lawyer. Get you Legal Shield. So that way you can protect yourself, bro. Get you that access. It's now open to everybody. Get you that access. Schedule a 30-minute call with me and we'll sit down and we'll talk about the different plans. And I'll have my mentors share their stories and how Legal Shield has helped them. It's not just, I'm telling you, this is a life-saving app, bro. There are times that I wish I had it. And now that I have those resources, now I know. Please protect yourselves, man. And I'm fighting multiple battles here. I am what you call, yeah, I understand to a certain extent I am an angel, right? So, but what does that mean, right? Spiritually, what does that mean? But I am also a healer. And I absorb, unfortunately, as an empath. And not all empaths are healers, but not every healer is an empath, right? Does that make sense? Not every empath's a healer, but all healers are empaths, right? So I absorb, I take on energy of the people around me. When people are hurting, I take that on. I feel that pain physically, I feel it emotionally, I feel it mentally. I absorb that shit. Unfortunately, that's what an alchemist is. They absorb it, they transmute that shit, and they try to put it out. Or what I do is I put it out and I try to make either content or do something with that energy. And sometimes it's too much to handle, bro. Have you ever had a young man cry his heart out on your chest, bro? And to all my women, like, it gets heavy. And a lot of men don't understand that. A lot of us are healers. Not every woman is a healer. If you haven't tapped into that, you haven't tapped into it, right? You got to heal yourself before you realize and understand what your true power is, right? And you'll see that with time. But the pain that these young men and young women show me every day, I take that shit on personally, bro. I feel that pain that they're expressing. I almost cried when Scooby posted them videos. Because it's like, I can hear the pain in his voice. I can hear the anger in his voice, bro. And that shit, it broke me differently, bro. I was like, yo, he's doing everything right. He is a model citizen. Youngin he been making money since, you know what I'm saying? Like, he done leveled up his own, like, he's accomplished things. And I'm sorry, bro, I'm all over the place. Because, like, I just got rattled by that again. He's doing everything right. He's building his businesses. He's taking care of his family. He is a model citizen. Still got arrested. Still ended up. And, yeah, they still tried to arrest him. I think they did arrest him. I'm not too sure exactly how the process went, but that's neither here nor there. I am taking on generational pain, not just mine, but other men and women. When I say that my purpose is bigger, and I mean, it's a part of the collective. If you're a part of the collective and you understand that you're a healer, you probably feeling the same shit I'm feeling, bro. Every day I wake up with this heaviness. But I know it's not mine. It's the collectives, bro. It's the people that we are meant to help. We feel that pain so we can alchemize it and we figure out how to go back and help. Right? So if you're hearing this and you are a part of that collective, cool. I know what you're going through right now. You're having all these emotions. You're feeling this shift. And it's just like you realize that these aren't your emotions. This isn't you. But how are you going to transmute it and help the next person? How are you going to take that energy of the world and transmute it into light? Like, I asked Chat last night, ChatGPT, how can I take the skills that I've acquired and continue to build, right? And then I realized, like, every time that I kind of do have a setback, I realize that the vision of my mission is clear, right? My clarity is clear. Like yesterday, I realized, I was like, damn, like, the elevation is bigger than me. Like, not only, like I said, everything that I said I was going to do, I mean, shit, there's video evidence, and I'm going to do that shit, bro. It's taken me a while. Growing a business overnight is not fucking easy, bro. Like, it's taken me years to figure out what the fuck this shit even is. And in order to articulate it to other people, in order to bring other people on, has been, I'm not going to say a nightmare, but I'm legit trying to save the world, bro. And this shit I'm not meant to do it alone. But at the same time, it's like the people that God's putting in my life, I'm testing them. And it's like, the more I test them, the more it's like, okay, I see that they can be an asset. Okay, but how can I serve them, right? I have the gift of seeing people's futures and their highest potential. But it's up to them to accomplish that. And I'm pretty sure people can see my highest potential. I don't even know how big my highest potential is. I'm seeing myself on stages. I'm shaking billionaires' hands. Shit, I'm taking pictures with millionaires now. Getting their perspectives on things, understanding their story. Like I said, I'm so grateful. This last weekend, or weekend before, I don't know, days are running together, bro. That's another thing. Time ain't even real, bro. It ain't. There are so many things, especially once you get to the metaphysical and understanding that shit is more than spirituality. I mean, yeah, there's levels. So you got what's considered the matrix, you got spirituality, and you got shit on the soul level, right? I'm to the point where I'm beginning to develop and understand shit on the soul level. We past spirituality. We up here. We're understanding how energies work. We're understanding how overall, like, it's not just us, it's the earth in general. Like, Gaia's feeling this shit, the energies, all that shit, right? I don't even know where I was going with that, but somebody needed that clarification. But yeah, bro, like, I'm real live out here trying to save the world, man. And it's bigger than me, and I'm gonna keep saying that. Yeah, I might not be, and I'm grateful, because God keeps putting me in positions where I'm able to talk to different people of different walks of life. Like I said, this past weekend, there we go, I'm bringing it back. This past weekend, I was blessed to say that I was invited out to an event. And this event, we got to talk to, I think they're I don't know the exact rank, but he's pretty high ranked up in the company, right? But he's telling us his story. And he's so authentic with it. I mean, this older white man, but he clean as fuck, bro. Like, cut clean. My bro suited and booted, but tatted up from head to toe. Tatted from head to toe. And he starts explaining his story. And I was just like, damn, like, you really never know anybody's beginning, but how much he's worked, how much money he's accrued, how the assets that he has attained over his lifetime, right? And he's breaking it down. He was like, yeah, growing up, he didn't grow up in the best environment. You know, folks was heroin, meth, all that shit, bro. His sister died from an overdose. His brother ended up in jail for life, I think. And he even did some time. And when he started the business, he was just like, damn, he couldn't get his license because he had a record, right? He had done time a couple times. And he was like, the one time he went in, they had like an addicts recovery program. And that's literally what saved his life. And the man I'm talking about is John Malott. I bless how you pronounce his last name. Malott, yeah. And this man is a multimillionaire, 3, 4, 5, 6 times over. Like, this man is making $250,000 monthly. Like, he touching that paper, but he does it unapologetically. You know what I'm saying? Like, he in there cussing, he apologizing for cussing. And he was just like, when he first started the business, you know, he's recruiting all these people. You know, they Crips, they Bloods, they GDs, they BDs. Like, how is this man so connected to all these gang members? But he took his environment and he provided value and education to his environment, and he learned how to talk to people. He said at first, bro, he was like, bro, I was over here cussing up a storm trying to explain these damn policies and shit. He was like, I leveraged other people. He was like, I didn't do my own presentation until recently. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, the man's been in the business almost 30, 40 something years. I think 30 years he's been in the business. And he was like, yeah, man, I ain't run my own presentation. I leveraged other people, had them run my presentations for me, because he was like, fuck, I look like, yeah, I'm a white man. I can enter in certain rooms. But he was like, the way I articulate myself, the way that I am, the way they see the tats, they automatically judge. And I was just like, damn, like, yo, you right. And he's telling us his story, you know, his trials, his tributes, you know, having the growth that he had to shift his mindset. He had to realize that, yeah, I'm a hustler. Getting money ain't the problem, but getting it legally. You know what I'm saying? Like, and having to shift his mindset to realize, hey, like, there's nothing wrong with having this mentality. And it's just like, damn, like, I saw myself in him. Granted, nah, I ain't doing no time. I had an issue, like I said, when I was younger. Everything came out as anger, still do. Learning how to deal with your emotions at hand, right? But knowing that, like I said, I look back at everything I've accomplished, bro. Like, I've served everything. I've served everything, bro. I was a plug for a minute. I did what I had to do to make bread. But working has never been an issue for me. I ain't no lazy ass nigga, bro. But now that I'm older, realizing how to make more of a profit, less work, less energy, right? Because those opportunities are out there. You just don't know until you're introduced to them, right? So I'm over here, as he's saying that, I'm thinking back to all the things that I've accomplished. I'm thinking back to all the things that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I went from here to here. But most people don't make it from here to here. You know what I mean? Like, everybody keeps saying, damn, I would have never known that was your story. So what do you see what do you see when you see me, bro? For real. You know what I'm saying? I deal with a lot of shit, but I keep a lot of shit quiet because I feel like, granted, yes, one day, someday, somebody's gonna need to hear my testimony to know that they can't give up on themselves. And I'm not giving up on myself. Trust me, if I wanted to give up, I probably would have given up a long time ago. Not gonna lie. But it's like understanding now that I've developed these gifts, now that I've been blessed with these talents and knowing how to use them, that it's okay to rest. That is a part of this healing shit. As a healer, you need to rest. As a healer, you need to heal yourself. And other people might not see that. And it's, don't take things personally for people not seeing what it is you're going through. Don't take it personal when people judge you because they think you sitting on your ass or they think you giving up. Don't take it personal. And that's what I gotta learn. I gotta learn not to absorb. Because like I said, when I'm overwhelmed, bro, the irritability, like, I ain't talking. All right, whatever. It is what it is. But understanding not to take offense. Understanding they not walking in your shoes. They're not walking in your shoes. They're not carrying the load that you carrying. They're not feeling the pain in your back. They're not feeling, you know, you that's one thing about spiritual pain, bro. It don't go away taking ibuprofen, bro. Like, it's not until you transmute that shit, that pain lingers in your body, bro. Like, yesterday, my shoulder kept hurting, and it was mimicking almost a heart attack. My shoulder it was just pins and needles. And no matter what I took, no matter how I moved, no matter how I tried to stretch the muscle, it wasn't budging, bro. It wasn't budging. And yes, like spiritual attacks, spiritual energy, especially if it's heavy, yeah, like that's something that modern medicine hasn't figured out, and I don't think they ever will. They won't. Like that's some holistic shit because you're dealing with energies. You're dealing with I don't even know. There's not even vocabulary to explain it. There's not. I just know, bro. Like this is ancient. This is ancient information, bro. And like I said, I'm blessed to be gifted by my ancestors. I'm blessed to be gifted by God, Spirit, whoever you deem as your higher being. There's that omnipresence. Please don't get on me with this. This is gonna resonate with who it needs to resonate with. I see shit on a higher consciousness, and all this really is consciousness. That's all this shit is consciousness. But understanding that there's different levels to it. You got the matrix. Once you break out the matrix, okay, you're dealing with the spiritual, right? The spiritual, you see shit, you feel shit. People have different gifts, right? Like I said, I'm not gonna call myself no prophet. I'm not gonna call myself no whatever the other word is for it, shaman. I don't give myself titles. I don't. But I do have the ability to see. I have the ability of what? Foresight? Is it foresight? Nah. Because hindsight is looking back at something, right? And then, okay, so anyway, the what's the name? The gift of sight. I can see people's futures just by having a conversation with them. I could put them in the rooms that they want to be in. Just if I could see it, I can make it be. Or it's a possibility. If it can be seen, it's a possibility. We call it master manifestors or people that just have the gift of sight, right? I just be knowing shit. I forgot what it's called. I think it's like claircognizant. When you just be knowing shit. A while ago, I tapped into something called the Akashic Records. And ever since then, whenever something applies to somebody or I get kind of hinted to talk about something or talk to a particular person or somebody comes up to me, it's almost like I tap into this infinite vault of like information, right? And God uses me as a channel to talk to that person, right? Half of the time I just be talking, bro. Like half of the time I don't even know what I be saying for real. I just be letting God use me as a vessel, bro. And it comes with its ups and downs. To be God's toughest soldier, bro, ain't no light work. You got to deal with the ascension symptoms. You got to deal with the symptoms of shifting energy. You got to deal with the systems of, and they're not really systems, but understanding how this shit is impacting your body. Understand how it's impacting your mind and your nervous system. Your nervous system creates I'm not even going to say 80% of your problems, but your nervous system is a big one. Your nervous system is a big one. And if that's not in check, you self-sabotage. If that's not in check, you feel stuck. You feel you're in flight or flight. You're frozen. If your nervous system is not in check, it really is hard for you to see past limiting beliefs. You can say all day, yeah, I'm cool all day. Yeah, that ain't an issue. But if your nervous system is like, nah, fool, we don't feel safe. Nah, fool, we're not doing this. Nah, we feel forced. Nah, this ain't it. Okay, step back. Realize what your nervous system is trying to tell you. And a lot of that comes from survival mindset. Unfortunately, I survived things that we could say that for another later time because I just got real heavy in my chest when I said that. And like I said, I don't look at this shit. I'm not a victim. I'm not. Everything was a lesson or a blessing in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at my past experiences as obstacles or as hurdles. I don't really look at them like that. They've happened. Okay, it happened. Like I don't we living in the now right now. You know what I'm saying? But using that to help the next person, right? Showing them that if they are going through what it is they going through, they gonna get through it. You know what I mean? Where was I going with that? So like my nervous system, it reacts to a lot of different shit. It does. Like, and I mean, you got your common shit, like people experience PTSD, right? And no, that's not common. I shouldn't say that. But people suffering from PTSD, there's a certain trigger, right? There are triggers that trigger a response out of you, right? And yes, I don't know what it's like to be a soldier fighting overseas. I don't know what it's like to be in a position where it's either you or them, right? Never really been put in that predicament. Yeah, I've had some crazy ass situations, but like I said, I knew God was watching over me. All praises and blessings to the Most High. I've gotten my shit snuck a couple times. I got my ass beat a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Ended up in situations that I shouldn't have been in. Point blank period, because I shouldn't have been there, right? But those are lessons that I learned. But I'm always on guard, and no matter what room I'm in, I'm always going to be the most observant one there. Yeah, people think I'm quiet, but really I'm just being observant, for real, because I don't trust anybody or any environment that I'm in. And it's like telling your nervous system that you are finally safe when I don't feel safe. I got a militant mindset, and I've always have. You got to be on your P's and Q's at all time, bro. All time, man. But in a sense, getting out of that survival mindset, learning how to calm your nervous system down, right? Learning how to deal with, so for me, and I didn't even realize it was a nervous system problem, but the way I look at money, right? Growing up, didn't really have very good examples of that, right? But realizing that your money wound is also connected to a mother wound. Whatever your relationship is with your mother, it affects your money, right? Because she might have been the first example that you saw handle money. So if she had a good relationship with money and you had a good relationship with her, then it's a direct correlation. Now, I don't know how much of that is valid. Like, I'm not saying that if you have a fucked up relationship with your mom, that your money off, but it could be a good reason why your money off. You know what I mean? And then I thought about it, like, me and my mom got into it the other day, and it's just like, she doesn't realize that I'm trying to do this shit for her. I'm trying to do this shit for the family. And it's like, I'm not saying that she's scared to let us go, but it's just like, look, you gotta let me make these mistakes. You gotta let me learn, and figure this shit out. You babysitting me ain't helping shit, bro. And like, I get it. Like, with her, it's like, she tries to demand control, right? And it's like, you can't control somebody that doesn't want to be controlled. You can't do it. So it's like, it's almost like a power struggle, right? Like, she'll feel some kind of way if I'm out and about trying to get shit done. But she did the same fucking hump. And that's what blows me, bro. But it's just like, I get it. She doesn't want us making the same mistakes she made. But at the same time, acknowledge that I am trying to build something, and they don't. Your parents don't see it until, just like, it's almost like you gotta prove them wrong, bro. And it's just like, I just snapped on her the other day because like, I had been sick and she had been asking us to run errands, do this, do that, do that, and like, I really was like kaput. Like, it got to the point I couldn't even get out of bed. Like, I went to stand up and damn near pass the fuck out. I couldn't get out of bed, bro. And you know, she over here fussing, why aren't you trying to say, woo? And I'm like, look, Ma, like, neither of us are feeling good. We'll pick it up later in the week. It's not a necessity right now. And then she got mad at me talking about, what, you be outside, you be in the streets, you be doing all this, woo, running back and forth, like you run around chicken with your head cut off. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that, but I'm also trying to make this money. Like, I hear what you're saying, but like, you not making sense either, bruh. And it was just like, I just straight up told her, it was like, I felt like no matter what it is I do, you ridicule everything that I do. Everything. Like, I'm out here trying to make money, grow a business. You ridicule the business, you ridicule the decisions I make, all that shit, bro. And like, I straight up told her, I was like, I feel like I can't make you happy for anything, bro. Like, and 444, that was crazy. But it was just like, I told her that, and it's like I kind of hung up the phone because I was just irritated. I didn't feel good. I didn't have the energy to argue. You know what I'm saying? But it's, she called me back the next day after I had calmed down or whatever. And she was just like, look, I really do hate when we fight. I didn't mean for you to feel like I'm not appreciative of what it is that you're doing. I didn't want you to feel like I don't acknowledge what it is. But it's like, she just kept saying, she's like, I'm afraid to let y'all go, but it's like, I'm gonna have to let y'all go. And I was just like, yo, it's not even on that. But it's like, if we're telling you, don't sit here and, it's like we're telling you what's going on. And it's like, you're not listening. You only want to hear what you want to hear. And in a sense, it's like, yeah, I realize that my money wound is going to be there as long as there's a mother wound. So I need to heal this mother wound, and I'm actively healing it. And I look at money more or less like a tool. Like, I am a current. I am the water bearer. Money flows to me effortlessly and easily, bro. And that's the mindset I need to have. Cause I'm an attract, I'm in, and I can't even talk. I am in an attractive energy where everything does come to me with ease. And yeah, you can manifest this for yourself. You come across opportunities that are easy for you to make more money and less effort, with less effort. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm grateful I came across the life insurance game, but it's not a long-term game. It took these people 5, 6, 10 years, 12 years to build the wealth that they've accumulated. They didn't do this shit in the first 3 months. Most life insurance agents fail within the first 6. And for being truthful, that's any entrepreneur. Anything sells because you still have to deal with the matrix. Yes and no, you still have to play their game. Bills are still going to be here. And it's like right now, I'm trying to understand the concept of, yes, I need to rest. But at the same time, these bills still need to be paid. They're paid effortlessly though. All I gotta do is what, 3-4 sales and my bills are paid. That ain't hard. You know what I'm saying? But bills still need to be paid. Things are still due. We're still in the system. Now, granted, once you make enough money and you learn the sales game and you learn how to provide value for yourself, then you get paid to exist. My energy is already showing me that I am of value, that I got 6-figure earners calling me talking about, hey, where you at? We miss you. We ain't seen you. Damn, I had to get my mind right, but shit, yeah, I'll be back in the office. Just give me some time to read, you know what I'm saying, get my shit together. But that is a nervous system issue. That is not mental. That is not your mind. It's your nervous system. Now, how do you fix that? Doing small tasks on a daily. Learning and creating boundaries with yourself before you get burnt out. Right? So, if these are topics that you want me to speak more on, let me know. This is things that I'm actively learning how to handle and deal with in real time because my nervous system is still in shambles. I don't trust anybody in this business. You gotta be able to trust. Yeah, my nervous system don't feel safe around nobody. And even feeling comfortable enough to share my business ideas. And even a few people I did share my business ideas with, it's not, how do I put this? I'm real particular about who I want to hand this off to. And if you have the capacity, or whomever I reach out to, if they have the capacity to help me develop this, right? I'm seeking the knowledge, I'm seeking the wisdom. But having discernment with who and what I want to be a part of this. Like I said, I keep hearing it on TikTok. We're ushering in literally the new earth. this next generation. We all see it in real time. What the fuck is happening? But realizing if we can raise the vibration, none of this shit really exists. We've played out of their game. I don't even believe it for real. Just now I'm being smart and playing the money game. Commodities are going up like crazy. If you invest, commodities, gold, silver, platinum, copper. What's another one? Steel. I already said that. Tech, AI, acquire land, acquire crypto. These are things that you need to invest into right now. They're getting ready to shoot. When everything else is falling, when the US dollar is falling, when all the stocks are crashing, I think, what was it, the S&P 500 dropped 500 points yesterday. 500. Now, if I would have hopped into it, probably could have made some nice little money, but I didn't look at that stock yesterday. Learn how to play the game. Understand the money game. Understand markets. And I will be teaching you more on that because markets affect everything. Markets affect your retirement. Markets affect how you're living from day to day. So it affects now. It affects later. That is the plus side to having an IUL. Because when the system, let's just say, because I was reading up on some of the products that we have and the indexes that they're linked to, and some of them are pretty powerful, but they're going to be taking a hit these next couple, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll see yearly growth, but depending on the types of indexes that you invest into, the stocks that you invest into, be smart. Be smart, be smart, be smart. Commodities. Gold, silver, copper, platinum, steel. Right? Invest. It could be ETFs. I was gonna say, what else? Anyway, yeah. Invest into those. Okay? AI, crypto. Crypto is going to continue to shoot. Crypto is going to continue to gain. What's what I'm looking for? It's an access game at this point. It's going to get to the point where you can only play if you have crypto. The US dollar is losing value day by day, bro. They even stopped making coins. They stopped making coins, my nigga. What does that tell you? Yeah, learn how to invest long term. So yeah. I'm gonna get back to doing my little YouTube. Storage is a thing that sucks. I'm not gonna lie for you. Storage is a thing that sucks. But I will be hopping on live, probably Instagram live. Until y'all help me get my subscribers up on YouTube. I hop live on YouTube. And I don't know, TikTok was being petty. And they took my live access. I don't even know how to get that shit back. Because that was the only platform that I felt like this type of information was being shared. Like my Instagram, yeah, I post from time to time, literally what I'm doing in the city. But like when it comes to like me talking about like this spiritual shit, this development shit, this evolution shit, I kind of want to target TikTok because that's where more of my family is. I ain't gonna lie. But y'all run up my YouTube so that way I can start going live on there. If not, then I'll just be posting snippets of the live on what's the name. Anything else I want to talk about? 5, 4, 3. It's the final countdown. Yeah, I just kind of had to get that off my chest. I started talking about how I know and need to know and learn my own capacity. And then understanding that people really do miss you in your absence, that you powerful as fuck. You got people asking about you in your absence. Take up that space, love. Don't be afraid to be you. Don't be afraid to feel big. That's one thing that's inspiring me. One of my mentors, and she's not officially my mentor, but I want her on my team so bad. Because the way her mind works is, she's another genius. I already know, and I called that shit out from day one. I was like, the way this girl think, bro, she is an asset in every category. Jaw like. And but I want to be respectful. Like, she straight up told me, don't waste the time. She's like, if you're not doing what I told you to do, if you're not willing to put in the work, bro, don't waste my time. And so, like, I don't know, like, she jive like a little intimidating, I'm not gonna lie. But how she's able to process things, the way her mind works, she's a genius, and I would love to work with her, for sure. She is one person that I trust. Don't know this girl from a can of paint, for real. But her energy, she just gives silent authority. Her aura, she's stepping. You know she the boss. She ain't got to say nothing. As soon as she walks through the door, her aura speaks for her. Now, bro, on God, aura points through the roof, bro. Mothers. She heard. But it's just like realizing that I also attain the same type of power and learning how to use it. Not only, because like I said, people have always called me intimidating. And yeah, I understand. Like, for so long, I was bullied for the longest, y'all. Like, I had to learn how to speak up for myself. I had to learn to not let other niggas, because I'm kind, but people take that kindness for weakness, bro. I was going through hell through high school, bro. Every 2 to 3 weeks, not knowing what was going to happen with my mom. Heart attacks, disease, illness. Every other month, it was something else. Doctors talking about she not going to make it to the next day. And having to go to school being bullied because I couldn't afford Jordans. Or being bullied because I actually enjoyed going to math class and science because school was my fucking peace. So yeah, so it's like now, yeah, I've completely changed. Folks that knew me in high school, yeah, I was quiet. I was timid. I played sports. And I was known for being a class clown. I'm a goofy ass nigga. Foolishness Entertainment. I'm a goofy ass nigga once you get to know me, bro. I'm gonna make you laugh. Because that is the highest form of joy. You know what I'm saying? That is the highest vibration. I be going through hell. But through everything I've experienced, all I want to do is project happiness. That's how I transmute all that energy, bro. So if y'all don't understand me, at least take that from me, bro. I could be going through hell. People wonder why I'm able to smile. Because I'm transmuting that hell and changing the vibration, so ain't nobody else got to go through that shit, bro. So yeah, I come off intimidating because for so long I had to defend myself because I was too nice. I was too kind. Well, my bad for trying to make the world a better place. Shit, y'all some angry ass niggas, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know, bro. Like, I realized, like, yeah, my kindness truly is a gift. It truly is. And if you piss me off, or if we get to the point where I don't want to talk to you no more, then that means you've taken my kindness for granted, and I've just withdrew my offer. Point blank, period. So yeah, I come off aggressive because depending on the environment that I'm in, I don't want to be taken for granted. I don't. I want you to respect my time, respect my energy, and listen to what it is I'm trying to offer you. And most of the time, when I'm trying to offer you something, it's how can I serve you? 9 times out of 10, when I first meet somebody, I ask them what it is that they do and what their dreams are. And most people don't even have a dream. I ask them what their dreams are. What are your goals? What are your ambitions? And then somebody told me, they was like, yo, that's a loaded question with a loaded answer. We got time. What are your dreams? Where do you see yourself? And if you can see yourself there, then that's already halfway. That's already half the battle, Like, what's stopping you from getting there? And how can I be of an asset? And 9 times out of 10, they're either doing something that I've already done, something that's in alignment to what I'm doing, or something I've already accomplished, I've already mastered, I've already done, and I can provide them insight. So I can either provide them insight, connections, or environments, ideas, whatever. I'm the connect at this point. I'm not gonna say I'm well traveled because I'm not, but I've learned a lot of valuable information from a lot of valuable people. And it's like now I'm really trying to figure out a way to get the assets that I know now to everybody that has helped me before, during, and currently, right? How do I do that? And if there was an easy way for me to do it, like the click of a button, great, help me do that. And I think at this point, I just need to create like a mass text and just send that text out. And if they feel value in this, cool. If they don't, all right, what do you need? A list of services that I'll offer. What do you need? And I just need to send that out as a mass text or a mass voicemail or a mass voice note. So, yeah, I think I just got clarity on what it is I need to do. 1, 1, 2, 3. That was crazy. But yeah, I'm very calculated. I am a queen in a game of chess. If you don't know that, go look it up. Go look it up. And that's crazy because I just put that in a song not too long ago. Niggas don't like me because of how I move. I see the snakes and knew how they move. Hey, yeah, man. I grew up around hustlers. I put myself in an environment with smart men. I'm telling you, man, women, especially studs. And when I say this, nobody take offense. But when I say this, the hood niggas, they love us. And when I say that, not in terms of romantic, don't be on that weird shit. But if we give them a safe space as women, we have the power to uplift any man, any woman. We have that power, right? So a lot of, and I'm not gonna say it's all hood niggas, niggas of all walks of life. But when I say hood niggas, they're the ones that are hurting the most. They're the ones that feel like they have now granted, cause like my heart just got real heavy and domestic abuse just started. Bro, the way I just tapped into that energy, I am so sorry, y'all. And as a community, we gotta heal. But a lot of hood niggas, especially the ones that I've come across, and they're not hood niggas, I shouldn't say that. Men who have the general mindset typically are hood niggas, but they have that general mindset. They will protect you. Ask them the different types of resources. They don't care. They still see you as a female. They will protect you regardless. They protect you. They teach you wisdom that not everybody knows. Street smarts, I don't think we understand how much street smarts applies to everything in life. You need to have that street smarts. You do. Now, I'm not saying you got to date a street nigga. Now, I'm not saying you got to be in that environment. But if you ever come across a hustler or anybody that got that type of, because this is for who it's for. It's going to resonate with who it needs to resonate with. But my boy Jew, my boy Riz, and my boy Scratch, Jody, Zion, and I'm not saying none of these. I know that some of them are in different, how do I put this? They're in different areas of their evolution, right? But they started somewhere, right? All these men have taught me my game in some sense, some way that has impacted me to the point where it has saved my life on multiple occasions. or it has given me an insight to keep my eyes open. And there are so many more. Denzel, who else? And this is just simple conversations. Like, it wasn't even, the wisdom of men is something that us women, we gotta understand that it's a part of the wisdom that makes us feel safe. Because we're right. It almost validates our intuition. I'm feeling this from a spiritual level. It's hitting my heart heavy as fuck. It's not surface, it's intuition, right? We have the gift of sight. We can see shit from a mile away. So it's crazy. I resonate with Mulan, and this is going in so many different directions. I'm sorry. Bro, resonate with Mulan. I know my family Asian somewhere down the line, right? I believe that we're Mongolian somewhere down the line. So I resonate and I live the past life in that environment. Somehow, some way. I don't know. There is a past life that's being shown right now in my vision, but we're not gonna speak on that. That was something for me. Damn, that go hard. And that's why I want that tattoo so bad. And that's another thing. Get tattoos that remind you of your past lives. It's gonna help you unlock powers. I'm telling you. That was the whole point of tattoos. To help us remember, right? Anyway. I'm reading Five Rings now. Or the Book of Five Rings now. Read Art and War, or the Art and War, the art. The art of war, right? Yeah, and then there's another book. Is that Taoism? What is that religion? Anyway, understanding that as women we had a gift. The men would set up, they would draw out plans. They're the ones that are good at strategy. They're the ones that are good at plotting and making. They execute, right? Masculine energy to do, right? They put the action forth, but they also plan. Women, we are feminine energy, we create. From the abyss, we see, right? And some men have the power of intuition too, but their sight is different. My boy Jew, he was like, yeah, bro, I see demons. And I'm just like, excuse me? he was like, yeah, when somebody got a bad spirit on them, I see that shit. And I was just like, damn, I feel it, but I don't see it. But in my dream state, I see that they're actions, but they're not as, it's like subtle shit, body behavior, right? I see that shit in my dreams. So the sight, the level of sight, the evolution of sight is slightly different, right? But he can call out somebody with ill will, like, nah, don't trust him. Don't put him in your camp. Don't let him in. But he'll also protect you. So men that are generals, that have that general mindset, and I know this is, I don't know, I'm reluctant to speak on this, but not reluctant. Why did I say that? What does reluctant even mean? Well, yeah, it's not that that's not the word I was using. Anyway, men that are generals, read The Art of War. Read, it's a really good book. The Four Agreements, and I think it's time for me to reread that again for sure. I'm not gonna lie, cause I need to. It was a short read, but it was a good read. Somebody told me to read They Can't Mess With Me, I think is the name of the book. I'll pull it up a little later. Barks gave me a whole list of books to read. The Magic of Thinking Big. I just got done reading The Psychology of Money. I gotta read Give and Take. Yeah, there are a lot of books. So we're gonna start listening to more audiobooks for sure. So yeah, surround yourself by wise men. And I done tapped into a whole new market of men that I even had a chance to talk to just yet. I want to pick Burks' mind. Burks is a genius. And you could just, he goofy as hell, so you just know. I don't know, bro. I fuck with his energy heavy. I didn't realize how long he had been doing music. He done touched and been in this music shit. Fine. What could I offer that you already know, bro? Like, for real. He's like, if it don't make me money, I ain't doing it. Facts. Facts. But yeah, no, I would love to pick his mind, bro. He fire. He fire. Tyreek. I don't know. He sealed the deal for me. Cause I was just like, I wasn't really feeling this shit. You know, McKill took the leap, but after I heard his presentation and then seeing him in the office and then looking at his content and what he's doing for the community, I was like, yeah, nah, for real. And even Chris, even though he had, how do I put it? I compare Chris to the corporate nigga that ran it up. I'm not gonna lie. No disrespect. But you worked corporate. You worked at Apple. You worked at one of the top companies, and you were able to leverage that and build your own business. I'm building from zero. I'm trying to make this shit shake from nothing. You had a starting ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, and granted, maybe I need to get up to that point and then come back. But shit, we hard-headed. We listening to God on this. We took that leap and, yeah, this is a miracle story, bro. I am God's chosen child. 111, 26, 28. I am the lucky 13. Hey, yo. Man. So, yeah, man. When the ADHD started attacking, bro, I swear. But it's not. My thoughts are quiet. But it's like the the stems are taking me out right now. Yeah, I'm about to just start cutting snippets of this and making and putting this on Patreon. Like, get high with me. Our thoughts. For real. Because that's what this is, bro. Like, it didn't just hit me until now. But talking about, so on my board right now, discipline, urgency, consistency, routine, confidence, authenticity, awareness, and accountability, right? I can't even, it'd be attacking my throat chakra, bro, I swear. Accountability, Twitch, and trading, right? I'm over here, I was able to get on Twitch with my phone, but can't get on with my computer, because I didn't do the research, bro. I didn't realize that I had to download a whole bunch of extra shit. So, boom, I ordered some of that shit. We're gonna see if that works. Move on to the next process. That's my thing. Like, I just do. Like, as an engineer, you figure it out. You know what the problem is? You figure it out. Like, that's how my brain is wired. I find problems and I solve them. If I see that there's an issue or a way that I could be beneficial, and I think, damn, like, I just wish I would have patented some of my shit sooner. I'm not gonna lie. Like, whoever, I've had my fair share of lost items and things that I had to give up, right? But whoever came across my invention from high school, bro, I'm pretty sure if you would have ran that shit up, bro, you could have gotten a bag. I'm not gonna lie. Because I think that there is something now on the market, or maybe not. And I'm not even gonna put myself out there. But, like, I've created hella projects that could help people. You know what I'm saying? If I just put my mind to it. It ain't nothing but you to do it. Like, and I think that's the gratitude that I have in 3D. So computer aided design was pretty much what I studied in college. And I love it. I was able to design it. Like I said, if I could see it, I could design it onto a screen. I knew it was real. But realizing that we could use that shit for clothing, we could use that shit for cars. And that's the gag. Like, I have been applying to these jobs. I've probably applied to over 10,000 jobs. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I have applied to so many jobs, it's not even funny. Not a callback, nothing, not an email. Is it me? Is it God? Like, what's going on? Like, for real. But like, that's y'all like what I want to do, building houses. I know how to use Revit. I know how to use Inventor. I know how to use SolidWorks. Bro, like, my engineering resume go hard. I know employers be seeing that shit, but I don't be getting hired, and I'm so confused. Like, what is it? What is it, bro? I'm a fucking rocket scientist. Why can't I get a job? Make it make sense. The shit that I have, like I said, y'all, I'm just calculated. I'm business oriented, and I'm a street nigga that just stayed quiet, bro. Like, you can't stop me, nigga. Like, I really am an asset in every room that I walk into. But the rocket scientist one go hard. I'm not gonna lie. But I built missiles. Like, rockets. I've helped design different types of machinery. I know what it's like to run different tests and all the, what do you call it, the compliances and shit that they have to follow. I was working on getting my OSHA 10, but I got distracted. Life happened. Life happened. They broke my mama's hip. When I tell you I wanted to, bro, bro, they broke my mama's hip. She was out of it. She had lost consciousness. And in the midst of that happening, they managed to break her hip. My mom is already a double below the new amputee with a blood disorder that pretty much eats her body alive. Protein C deficiency. It makes the blood very thick, so that way it clots, right? It causes her to have a lot of clots. My mom has been dealing with her health ongoing for years. I think she had her first, PE when she was 22. You look up what a PE is. All from birth control. Women, don't take birth control if you don't have to. Just don't be fucking. I'm telling you, celibacy is not, yes, sex is addicting. I got that. But, yo, don't take that shit. Don't take that. Don't put that shit in your body. Just stop fucking. I'm serious. Like, big pharma is trying to kill us, bro. It really is. But anyway, back to my mama, man. They broke her hip, and I just felt defeated. This was back in January. She was in so much pain. She already deals with chronic pain. Bro, if I was to put up her whole medical list on here, bro, y'all would be like, bro, what the fuck? She is my why, but she's not my why. But at the same time, there is so much shit that I hold in. There is so much shit that I just don't express, man. And it's like I'm crying now because then it was just like I was just angry at everybody, bro. Nobody should have to experience that much pain. And I've had my hip operated on. Like, this shit is not fun, bro. It's not. It is not, bro. And it's just like she has to use her hip in order to get up. Life still goes on. She is still here. But being a healer to somebody that can't heal themselves is a heavy heavy task. But now I can take on the weight of the world. If I wasn't put in those predicaments, I wouldn't be able to handle the pain that I handle on a daily, bro, without showing face. So it's like when I'm down, I'm really down, and I really do need to rest. And when I get it, they're motivating, but it doesn't, it don't work. YouTube, wealth and legal services, social media, transformation is what you're selling. So, in closing, y'all done got me to cry, bro. But it was needed, though. You have been through a lot. Just this year was a lot. The last 5 years was a lot. You were never lacking motivation. You were lacking clarity. Today, you found a reason to move different. Let's go build a business, not just with energy, but with purpose. My why is freedom. I don't want to do this shit, bro. My why is freedom. Just love. Be your authentic self. You get paid. Just being yourself. The opportunities will find you. Just live life. Your bills are taken care of. Live life. Now, I'm not saying like go above your means and shit, but if God is calling you to go on certain trips, miraculously, you will find a way to get there. Miraculously, you won't have to pay for nothing, but maybe your food. And then you make that just like how we did in Nashville. We had just enough to take care of what needed to be taken care of. My lips are so scarred. And I keep trying to pick at them because they are scarred. Shit's crazy. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. No, I was like 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. I don't know. That number just fucked me up, and then they jumped. Yeah. So it's funny. So this plan, but I spelled it wrong.